Hello everybody, thank you for coming back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome to Writing Stitches if you're new. So I'm recording this a little later than usual. It's almost 1 p.m. Usually I do it 2-3 hours earlier, but we had some stuff. Also, you can expect videos either Sundays or Tuesdays. Really depends on the schedule and whatever's happening on Sunday. So I was working on some stuff, and with the fox, I predicted that I would finish the section at somewhere between 66% or 75%, and I'll show you later, but I am currently at 73.13%, and we're not even close. Like, this is the end of it. So now I'm thinking maybe 80-85% to do like the last diagonal that will do the whole thing like justice. I did, however, also download an app called StitchPal, which calculates the remaining stitches, so yay. And the last time I calculated it, I was at 72.18%, so almost 3% less than I am now, and that was at 23,769 stitches, and 9,159 stitches remaining. Now I am at 24,079 stitches done, and I don't really know what the remaining stitches are, but it's probably like late 8,000, I'm guessing. I'm not actually sure though, so don't hold me up to that. But actually we can just, I'll do it right now. So we can do it right now with you guys. So I said I was at 24 and 79 done. Can you see it? You probably can't see it. It's 8,849 stitches remaining. So yeah, late 8,000, like I said. Yeah, we're getting there. It's definitely going to be finished this year, so I'm really excited. And that is Fox. And because I'm still in the middle of a section on Fox, I did not work on Pokemon at all. And I am going to do 4 boxes of 10 by 10 in the diagonals in the Pokemon section after I finish with Fox. Yeah, so that is Pokemon. And the numbers were called, and I started it, and I did 749 stitches in the first 2 days, and 313 today. So I'm not even halfway on the first goal, but I have the whole month, so it's not that big a deal. And I am stitching every single day, so I don't expect that to change anytime soon, so yay. If you're hearing voices in the background, my sister is here, and she tends to be pretty vocal with the dog, so yeah. As for writing, I have been working on 3 whips. So Dirty Deals, which we know, and the Clovendales, which is a more magical version of the screening. Still in the first chapter, that one. Mainly because I wanted to get as far as I can on Dirty Deals while I was in the zone. I was inspired, I guess, to write more. While I was into it, I guess. So I stopped in the middle of chapter 9 for Dirty Deals, and I didn't write a lot of the Clovendales last week. And then the third whip is something that is new to the channel, but that is new to me. It's called Young Love, and it's about K-pops, or rather K-pop idols, I guess. So I took inspiration from the Netflix show about the band Cat's Eye, which is K-pop, but it's not, like, not all of their members are actually Korean. So the show showed a year or two before the actual reality show that was on YouTube and shows the 6 members of the group, and it really inspired me. So I reworked the original idea, which was a newbie K-pop group. That was really the only difference. And now, instead of one story where one of the girls in the band goes and pretends to be dating some big shot celebrity, because his girlfriend is, like, it would be a scandal if the truth comes out. So that part of the story is still there, but instead of doing it one continuous story, I'm going to do 3 different arcs for it. The first 2 are going to be kind of a prologue. Still haven't really figured out the second arc in terms of that actual story. But the first arc is going to be the training area that was only showed in a Netflix show and not in the YouTube reality show. So I'm using the materials that inspired me, mainly because I haven't seen the YouTube show. I only saw the parts of the show that Netflix showed us, which I thought was really inspiring for work. I draw inspiration from everything, and in this case it was a Netflix show based on real life events, or rather documenting real life events. So I revamped it, I re-revamped it, and I started writing the first chapter. So really excited about that. I don't even know why I wanted to do it. It just kind of popped in my head, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. I want to do that. And I did that yesterday at work, because there wasn't a lot of people, because we had a holiday yesterday and on Sunday, which is why I didn't record anything on Sunday. It's like this year, every single holiday in the calendar is falling on a Sunday, which is really weird. But it's fine. It's fine. So the holiday was over, and I was working the end of the holiday shift, which was literally an hour and a half, and almost nobody came during the hour and a half, which was technically a waste of time, but I was getting paid to write, technically, so I'm fine with it. So yeah, I really got in the zone of writing it, and my sister just walked in. But it's fine. I really enjoyed it. I'm hoping to do it more, to write it more, because I really do like it. And I think that's it, actually. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Keep on stitching, keep on reading, and keep on writing, and I'll see you next time. That's my sister.